In Carson, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Mixon with a first down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Allen has it left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
319. Leopard.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 319. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gomez. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Leopard.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Chargers getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They're going to look to throw. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Mike Williams, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Joe Mixon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happened. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Green 39.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw left side complete. That's Gomez. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good pickup there, a 22.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I.
3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Mike 5'9. Leopard. Hot.
They're going to try and run. Oh, look at that. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To Mixon on the check down. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Back to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Hut, hut!
And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Set! Green 39!
Back to throw. Out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hurry up, here we go!
He's back to throw. This is caught. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll go with the keeper. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
McManus's point after is good, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pin. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort